Welcome to HTX Renegade Radio, where we spur the donkey and tighten the reins on liberal hypocrisy. I am Simple Man, and saddled next to me is TDC. We are the conservative outlaws. TDC, how's it going on vacay?
I'm doing great. First off, just go ahead and throw a little disclaimer out there. If you hear a screaming baby or barking dogs, that's just a little bit of real life. I am on vacation right now, but I'm still coming to you live because it's what we do, man. Having a great time, man. Looking forward to it like I always do. And say the same thing. It's going to be a hell of a show tonight. But, you know, like you said, man, I am on vacation out here in the hill country, Texas hill country, some of the prettiest land you can ever see. So taking the kids out, me and the wife got out and seen a little safari today. Almost got my wife pecked by a crazy ass ostrich that put its head in the right in the window. Got some good snapshots of that. So it's been a good day, man. All to make it right back here. The hospitality of the in-laws for this evening. And then Lukenbach's on the schedule for tomorrow, and then back into San Antonio on Saturday for a birthday. So, yeah, it's been a busy, fun-filled family vacation.
Awesome stuff. I know everybody on this side of the world is jealous. They can't wait till you get back in the mix when you get back.
Oh, I bet they can't wait till I get back.
What's up? I see Dean's in here in the chat.
What's up, Dean?
What's on, Dean? Thanks for joining us again, brother. Hey, I wanted to say real quick that just wanted to promote our merch again. Man, sales have been going great. We've been getting rid of a lot of stuff. So thank y'all, everybody that's been reaching out to us and picking up the merch. I don't have the koozies in front of me right now, but I will.
I have one of them. That shirt looks great. Hey, and that's artwork courtesy of our own Simple Man right there. He puts his heart, soul, thoughts, and everything into this stuff on the fly, makes it happen. And yeah, man, if you're a strong conservative with conservative beliefs, man, these shirts are pretty dang awesome, man. True talk, Texas style, morals and values. God, country, guns, all that good stuff. Here's one of the koozies. This was the Texas one. I do have. It's got our
those have been selling pretty quick, man.
And then on the back, let me see. It's Conservative Outlaws, Simple Man TDC. We have three other ones. We have an American flag, and then we have two of the Mike Man logo as well. So
yeah,
reach out, guys.
Let's see. Donnie's in the chat too. Donnie, appreciate you showing up, watching us, brother.
The Spaniard.
Probably good that you have a break right now. I know that they're dealing with some things right now. I don't want to get too personal into it, but Donnie, we're definitely keeping your son and in our prayers, thoughts and prayers, keeping all of y'all in our thoughts and prayers, and you know, hopefully you'll get out of there sooner than later, brother. One of the things that I was going to say was caught me off guard.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I wanted to just
what they
back
had
up.
going on, and
Yeah.
I totally blew past. Oh,
Definitely thoughts and prayers, Donnie.
Yeah. So one of the things that we are doing tonight is we're going to bring Alex Clark on. He is doing an awesome trek up the Appalachian Trail. I think it's phenomenal. When I heard about it the other morning on one of the other shows on Wake Up Gallatin, I thought it was an awesome thing that WO Entertainment and the Bill of Rights are doing. And man, I wanted to get involved personally. I just wanted to get involved personally. Didn't think about getting HTX involved until I started hearing more about it. And I was like, man, this is what we do. So we try to help everybody out, veteran, you know, whether it's veteran related or not, we still try to help out with people around the community and stuff. Hence going back to our Christmas family on our past life radio show. So we do what we can. And so I thought this was awesome. It's a 2,200 mile hike, and we're going to bring Alex on in here a second and definitely hear more about this. But I think it's phenomenal. I think it's a hell of a feat to accomplish, and it's a lot of things that are into this, the elements, and all that he's going to tell us about that are going to play into this. So, without further ado, let's bring on Alex Clark and welcome him to the show. Alex, appreciate you being here, brother. Can you hear us?
Oh, nice to be here.
Just letting everybody know about your 2,200 mile just a jog down the road.
Nothing to
oh yeah, just a slight jog down the road. It's no big deal,
You're starting this 2,200 mile hike up the Appalachian Trail that's starting on Tuesday, the 23rd, right?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be at the start of the approach trail on Sunday.
Wow.
So I'll be up there for 2 days before, and then, I'll take off.
Well, let's before we get too much into the hike real quick, let's tell everybody about yourself. I know I can tell you're Alex Clark. You're an Army veteran, and
I'll be.
Let you take it from there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Alex Clark. I'm a U.S. Army vet, as Simple Man said. I served from 2008 to 2016. I went over to Afghanistan. I've done a few other little minor things a few times. And then, I came back and I was having a hard time, actually. So I started drinking a massive amount. So I was towards the end, about 2.5 years ago, I was at 230 packs, 3/5 of Jack, and 2 jars of moonshine at night. Yeah, wow. So I was pretty bad. And then, I tried to commit to the end of the line. And I had actually 2 guns jam on me. High Point, which everybody in Texas and the world knows High Points are pieces of crap. And then I had a Glock 19X jam on me. So I took it as a sign, called the VA, and they put me up for almost, 10 months in the mental health ward. And I quit drinking, started doing veterans for kayak fishing and things. And then I started working with Warrior Outdoors main chapter here in Georgia, the president. I started working with them, and then came up with this idea just off the top of my head. I'm going to hike the Appalachian Trail, and I'm going to do it for the veterans, for people with PTSD and suicide awareness. And then I started posting on Facebook, Appalachian Trail 2021 class, all that stuff. And I met a gentleman by the name of J.R. Littleton, who's also a veteran, and his brother was a veteran, and his brother actually succeeded.
Oh.
So he's going on the Appalachian Trail. We're leaving at the same time, and he's carrying his brother Joe with him. His ashes, and we're going to pour his ashes. So, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, and it just shows pretty much, veterans stay together no matter what. So
that's awesome, Patriot. Man.
And Patriots, and that's where TDC and I come in. That's with PTSD awareness and the veteran suicide, the working with the vet stuff, and also with the Patriots. I think the way we've always said, and I've pushed it loudly, that it's going to take all hands on deck. It's everybody in the community working together to save our fighting men and women, our warriors that fought for us. So whatever HTX Renegade Radio can do, I mean, we're here to do what we can do.
It's
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Veterans just have a hard time. Naturally, the ones who've deployed have PTSD clinically. You know, we have a hard time asking for help. We're very prideful. Even from our friends and fellow veterans and patriots, we just don't. Not until it becomes super serious do we ask for help.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you reached out to the VA and was able to get in a position to better your head and your thoughts and all that. I know we hear good stories and bad stories about the VA, so I'm glad you were able to get to a point to clear your head, and I'm glad Warrior Outdoors, you know, they were there for you. I mean, we talked a couple of days ago, and just with Messenger and on the phone and stuff, and I know you hold those guys over there in high regard, and I thought what they did was awesome for you.
Oh yeah, I hold them as friends, help, and that I want to do a lot for you guys. And I know we put out a Facebook request for my hammock from MCN Hammocks. I did end up getting it, and it's his first ultralight hammock, and it's going to be called the WO Renegade. The two radio shows that helped me out the most.
That's awesome.
To the two organizations.
That's a awesome. True blessing right there.
Yeah, it is, definitely. But it doesn't stop there, because this 2,200 mile trek is, I mean, you're going to have some necessities that you're going to need along the trail.
Oh, so
yeah. The hammock is a plus, you know, for sure. But you know, there's things in between that. The little stuff adds up pretty quick, don't it?
What just for everybody out there, what is, to fill everybody in, what's the estimated time frame that we're looking upon completion from start to finish on this?
5 to 6 months.
Wow. Yeah. That is the real deal right there, man. Wow.
Thinking about it, it's like I'm crazy, man. Why the heck am I doing this?
I love it, man. I love it. I mean, it sounds like such a awesome feat, not only challenge and just a chance to get out there. I don't know. I watch all those Discovery survival shows and stuff like that. So I love that kind of thing. It seems like an adventure, man. Bring a notepad and write down some good stuff.
And there's no way to plan. There's no way to plan anything on the Appalachian Trail, because you could run into weather, you could run into ice on the trail, you could run into a bear and have to stop for 2 hours and wait for it to pass. You know, you got to do all this stuff.
You see what Cam was saying.
Oh, I mean, you got to work with this. This is everybody's favorite tool out on the trail. This is what they call the deuce.
Yeah.
So what is the deuce?
Yeah,
it's an ultralight cat hole digger. It's what you use to poop in. You know, all that stuff.
Looks a little flimsy there.
It looks a lot lighter than an e-tool.
And I mean, these meals are like the best thing on the planet. You know, when you're out there, that's like your hot meal, and you get one like every 2 days.
Wow. Yeah. So when you're out there, Alex, you know, I know the 24-hour challenge. You know, it's a all night deal, all day, all night deal, and I mean, you make up some pretty good mileage on that. So on an average night, what kind of mileage are you looking at trying to accomplish per day?
Well, you don't want to start off with the they call it the FKT, which is the fastest hike. So those guys prepare for years. Sorry about that little indigestion. But pretty much how it's going to go is, in the beginning, we're not going to push ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're not even expected to make it to the Appalachian Trail to start on the first day. That's 8.5 miles to get to the start from Amicalola Falls, the approach trail. So we're not even expecting to do that. We're not going to push ourselves to where we hurt. But close to about 3 weeks in, you start getting what they call trail legs. It's like when you're doing a marathon and your legs kind of just get introduced and used to running like that. And at that point, you can start pushing out 15 to 20 mile days.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and that's when I agree with Cameron over here. I'm not really big on the 5 to 6 minute walks either, man. So the 2,200 miles just through all kinds of terrain and weather is just it takes a serious challenge.
Yeah, you climbed the elevation of Mount Everest 11 times.
Wow.
Wow, that's some real deal stuff right there.
But it's all gradual. You know, it's gradual, so it's ups, downs, and you kind of just it's over a 2,200 mile period.
Wow.
But you do hike that elevation.
Man, I give it to you for taking on such a feat. I mean, not everybody would test themselves like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I still think I'm 2 days away from pretty much starting. I'm just going to relax up at the lodge in bed and eat a good meal and take a good shower and stuff. But I'm still, in my head, I'm like, are you nuts?
Hey,
what the heck are you doing, bud?
You know how it's one of those things that you just keep on driving.
That's it.
I mean, I got the weight in my pack down to about 26 pounds with 4 days of food and water.
I think at that point you got to have your own camping show, because down here, whenever anybody leaves for a week to go camping, they take everything in the damn house with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So learn to pack light.
So light and you can go anywhere.
Well, that's a good point that you bring that up, because obviously with 26 pounds, that means you said you had like 4 days. So at that 4-day mark, that's like a planned checkpoint where you plan to be to where the next refuel or resupply is going to be at? Or do you have these all marked out throughout the whole trip, like where you need to be on certain days so you can resupply?
They're not marked out throughout the whole trip, but you can estimate that every 4 to 5 days you come within 15 miles of a town, like with a Dollar General or a Walmart. Some of those you walk right through. Like first thing we're going to get to 4 days in is called Mountain Outfitters at Neels Gap. The trail literally walks right through the building.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you walk right through the building, but then 4 to 5 days later, you have the choice to either go to Hiawassee or Blairsville, but you got to get a shuttle from the trailhead, or you hitchhike.
Okay.
Wow.
You put your
that
thumb
makes
up.
It interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But the cool thing about the Appalachian Trail is everybody knows that right now is through hikers season. So this is the season during the year when everybody tries their attempts. Mm-hmm. So pretty much they know that there's going to be through hikers looking for a ride. So they'll come by and they'll see your finger up with your big old backpack on, and they'll be like, hop in the back of the truck. Let's go to Hiawassee.
That's great, man.
Yeah. No doubt. So I'm guessing that is Uber part of the Trail Magic package?
No. Uber's not reliable enough.
Yeah. No, that's just the good people that live there that know that this is coming and understand what type of people are, whether it's personal challenges, struggles, whatever, trying to achieve an accomplishment such as this, I mean, if I lived there, that would be awesome to help.
I mean, down in the South, I think I could get a ride with this card. My wife's privilege card.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, with this card, I think I could get a ride, but you know, it's you know,
Hey, we need
like 30, 20 bucks.
I think you're gonna get passed up a lot.
Yeah, we need to get Richie in here with Donald Triumph. Fake news.
No,
No doubt. So, you know, Alex, when,
but yeah, you know,
when you decided to do this, I mean, was there any mental or physical preparation that you needed to do to get yourself to say, yeah, you know what, I want to do that. I can do it. I can accomplish it. Was there?
Mentally,
or was it just
my
like?
worry was.
Go ahead.
Well, the preparation for it, I do running still from the service. I didn't completely let myself go when I got out. You know, some people let themselves go, get up to like 200, maybe 300 pounds and higher, and I didn't do that. So I still run about 2 miles every 2 days. So I'm pretty much prepared, but the mental part is what's still getting me to right now. So I made the decision about 6 months ago to do this hike. At that point, I started preparing, taking my monthly checks, budgeting in and out to where it was like $250 in gear a month. You know, and then, you know, I purchased, and I got it all racked up just about. But the main thing is, I actually thought about getting rid of my house, the apartment that I'm in. But I decided not to. I decided to spend that money so that I had that peace of mind that when I got done or if I get injured, that I have a house to go back to.
Right. That house is probably going to be your best friend when you get back off that trail and that hot shower and all that's there. Yeah, you're going to be happy to have that house.
He probably don't want to hear about that right now.
Hey, he was talking about the lodge and taking a hot shower and eating a good meal.
I know.
That's
eat one of those
big old steak, man, and some lobster or something.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. I mean, you know, I decided to keep the house. That was a big decision. You know, you got to get your insurance all set up for your vehicle, so you got to put them all in storage, just like if you were to go overseas. You got to put them all in storage. Yeah. You know, Wi-Fi. You try to get your bills as cheap as humanly possible. And then pretty much it's now to the point where I pack up and I go. But even right now, it's like it's between a nervous and excited. Like super excited and super nervous. Like scared crapless and excited.
Right.
I think the exciting part too is just like you said, you already met another vet, man, and just the chance to meet all these people and where everybody's coming from. There's probably people that come from all over the place to make this hike, I would imagine, right?
Oh yeah. I think there's one guy from Australia who came. I think there's another guy from Spain, a few guys from Germany that are out there right now.
Yeah, this is all over.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy. I mean, the problem is I'm a planner. I don't know about you guys, but I like to plan everything, like down to the hour, and you cannot do that when you're out on the trail. It's pretty much
the moment guy.
It's pretty much like you put in your mind when you leave the camp spot in the morning, I want to make it here. But if I don't make it here and I'm tired before I get there, then there's one right here on the map, you know.
Hey, Nick, or Simple Man, I think next year we should sponsor you. We'll sponsor you out there on the trail. What do you think? You do it for HTX Renegade Radio.
I think I like the idea of sponsoring Alex.
No, that's awesome, man.
Hey, there's a difference. I don't run 2 miles every other day, so there's going to be a whole lot more preparation for me and a lot longer to get ready to do it. talking about marathon legs. Yeah, I'll be wobbly probably the first couple of miles.
Yeah,
well, I will be too, because I'm not used to. It's nothing like the road that I'm running on. So I'm wearing different shoes. I'm wearing different insoles compared to the shoes I use to run. And then, not to mention, you got different types of rocks, tree trunks, everything going over the trail. You're going up and down these rocks. I mean, nothing can prepare you for it. But you know, I'm going to take it in stride, really. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you
see whatever it throws at me.
It's not something you're going to want to get in a hurry on. Like you said, with I think with the elements that you're going to be in, I mean, you're going to be through 2 to 3 different seasons right there of weather. In my opinion, you're going to have so much difference in the weather changing. I mean, I don't know how many people hike this trail every year, but at this time of year, but I mean, you're going to have to deal with the animals, the wild animals. You're going to have to deal with stupid people that are probably on the trail too. I mean, not everybody's the sane one at the track. I mean, sometimes you got some people that stir up some trouble, but so I mean, got a lot of different things you've got to look at. I mean, it's not the easiest thing.
I mean, you kind of get to the point where, so everybody normally starts here in Springer Mountain, Georgia. So you got a big bubble that moves up. And normally by about Neal's Gap in Georgia, so that's about 40 to 50 miles into the trail. That's where everybody quits. That's where a lot of them quit. And there's actually a shoe tree there where they just throw their shoes up and hang them on the tree. But then, you start continuing on and you get to the Smokies. And before you even enter the Smokies, normally about half of those people quit because they don't want to do the Smokies. Everybody's afraid of the Smokies.
How many miles do you think it is to the Smokies?
I know Georgia is 81.2 miles. And then North Carolina, Tennessee is about 100. So I'd say about 180 to 190 miles I'd be in the Smoky Mountains. About 2 to 3 weeks.
That's still a pretty good trek,
Yeah, it is. It's a good track. It's a good track, but it's you're like 2,200, and that's just the first 200. So there's still 2,000 to go, man. This is like got some real grip to it, man.
Exactly.
Where's this thing finish off? Like up past Pennsylvania?
Mount Katahdin, Maine. So right there
in
before
Maine?
you get about the border of Maine and New Brunswick, Canada.
Oh my goodness!
I'm telling you,
you're definitely
right there
going
at
to
the
have
border.
some
Literally,
season
you get to
changes.
Mount Katahdin.
Man.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
That's why I got to get to Mount Katahdin before October 15th, because that's when the first snow happens.
Hey, before we get to this, to the next questions and stuff, just want to give a shout out to Mickey and Cameron and David for being in here. Appreciate y'all joining us and everybody tuning in. Alex, I put your Cash App down at the bottom of the screen here. It's scrolling across there.
Oh, wow.
The Cash App, and we'll get more into this here in a second, but the resupply stuff, there's going to be little things and some major things along the trail that Alex is going to need. And if you're able to help out, everything is honestly, I think you were more overwhelmed with what we were able to do in a short period of time the other day. You were overwhelmed, and I thought that meant the world to me, because what I was thinking I did was minute, and what we were able to do. But if you're able to donate anything to Alex's cause, his Cash App's at the bottom of the screen, and it's the $ with the A.W. Clark after the $. And if you're able to help him out on getting some resupplies and seeing him make this journey all the way through, hey, let's do what we can to help him out.
Most definitely. Hey, and we're if we do the technical part of it or whatnot, and we can still have some check-ins along the way, that would just be amazing to keep this thing going. Because right now we're going out to 10 different things that we're going to go off to our podcast as well. So as this story grows and grows and we get some check-ins, the support, the more and more we can help spread the word of what you're doing, and more importantly, what you're doing it for, for PTSD and suicide awareness among veterans that are out there. So, I mean, this is a hell of a feat, man. And it's a hell of a story. So the more that this grows and the more we can stay in contact with you and spread the word and help you out, that's what we want to do.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Warrior Outdoors has done so much for me as a veteran and also with the troubles I've been through. So the way I'm going about it to try to help them out is, donations. It's a nonprofit, so it runs by donations pretty much. To help veterans, and with the COVID and everything, it's been very difficult. So my figure is, the next announcement is the 24-hour challenge will be, I'll try to go live before it starts, but I don't know. But I will be donating all the proceeds from the 24-hour challenge to Warrior Outdoors to helping veterans.
I think that's phenomenal.
We need to spread that message.
I mean, you're taking on the trek already. I think that's huge. And bringing attention to a very important issue in this country. For you to want to donate as well as, I mean, I think that's phenomenal. I mean, it says a lot. It says a lot about you and your character. For sure. I
had a crazy thought that I was going to match it with my own money, but then I realized that, heck, I'm hiking 2,200 miles. I think my body's been through enough pain.
100%. You're putting it all on the line. The least that we could do to show some gratitude, for bringing more awareness is, to pitch in. And we say this all the time to our listeners, and whatever we've done before it, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Every little bit helps. It keeps building and building and building. And before the end of it, we reach our goal, and you can feel good about yourself because you put your money where your mouth is. That's what we always say, and that's what you're doing out there, and God bless you for it, man.
Yeah, you're doing the work. And so one of the things I want to, just so everybody knows listening, the 24-hour challenge starts when?
The flattest part of the trail will probably be somewhere within the 500 miles of Virginia.
Okay.
I mean, that'll be the safest to do a night hike because it is 24 hours. We could start it at, 8 o'clock at night. We could start it at 8 o'clock in the morning. But either way, we got to hike until the next day.
What are you going to try to do? Are you going to try to start in the morning, or are you going to try to start at night?
I'm going to try to start in the morning. Yeah.
Make up as much ground as you can in the daylight.
Yep. Most people normally reach around, I think the max has been around 35 miles in the 24 hour. My goal is to reach it 42.
42?
42 or more.
Man, we are definitely going to be pushing for you.
Yeah, sure. But I'm planning for a 0. So pretty much the day I decide to do the 24-hour challenge, I'm going to make sure I end up in a town or somewhere where I can get to one. And then I'm going to sleep like a baby. I want a hotel bed and a hot shower after that. So,
all right. Heck
No
yeah,
doubt.
that's a heck of a push.
Well, so with putting the Cash App, your account out there for people to help out, talking about the 24-hour challenge, talking about the 2,200-mile trek and hike that you're going to be doing already, and knowing that there's going to have to be resupply. Let's talk about the Trail Magic stuff, or what people can possibly do to help out. If they didn't want to donate the money and wanted to try to give you a little goodie bag along the way, what can people do to help out?
I mean, pretty much it's, you could message Simple Man, or they have contact directly with me, Carl, WO Entertainment. They all have my information. And pretty much what they can do is they can get a hold of me and ask me where I'm going to be at. And you could send like even a care package like you do to overseas.
Right.
But just remember that I am a lightweight backpacker. So if you put any perishables, tin cans, or anything like that in there, that's going to be donated to the hiker box. I can't take it with me.
Right. Well, that's good that you're saying that, so people have an idea. So I know one of the things that we're trying to work on is, I know you wanted to break this news on this about during the 24-hour challenge, especially, but also throughout your trek, about giving us updates. So I know this is going to be huge. I think this would be awesome because I don't know how often the updates would get to come, but if you're able to say on an update that comes through that you need supplies, maybe by that next point you get to, that something could be waited for you. You know what I mean? So I think those are huge.
And I'm working with you guys in WO Entertainment to kind of, I guess it's going to be like a random live stream. So I pretty much get to a town or where there's good service, so I don't flutter in and out of the picture like a little fairy. But and I'm going to do a live update 10 to 15 minutes max because I don't really have time when I'm out there. So when I go into town, it's resupply, laundry, charge phone, sometimes not even staying in town, get back on the trail.
Right.
It's just, if there was a way that we, if whether it was through text or however we're keeping contact with you, and we knew when you're going to come into town, just so we could promote that. And then if we knew hey, we're planning on such and such date to try to build a fan base as this thing keeps growing and growing, more people that can tune in, more people can cheer you on, more people can donate, more people can give money to a great cause. And, that's the cool part about it. Just staying in touch and making sure that we keep growing this thing for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah. I mean, anytime I can get in touch is when I'm going to, because I also have to give updates to, there's a gentleman on YouTube. It's for thru hikers. So he gives people updates through YouTube every week on where the thru hikers are, but not really where they're at. You kind of don't want to let everybody know where they're at, because then if somebody doesn't like them, there's not really much we can do if they come out there and cause issues.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy that you don't have to worry about that. But
yeah, I know. But that's today's world now. That's the world we live in now.
Oh yeah, and I'm definitely going to update everybody. I think there's going to be a message list. So I think Simple Man's on it already. I know Carl and WO Entertainment's on it. Yeah. And pretty much when I turn that phone on and I have 4G network, I'm sending a message saying, hey, I'm okay. Going to be going into this town tomorrow. We can do a live update.
That's beautiful, man. That's what I'm talking about. And we'll keep spreading the word. God.
I mean, we're not going to show the ash dumping stuff. That's a very personal thing.
Yeah,
no doubt.
But it is a major part of our trail. So he
inspiration.
may get on here with me on the phone and whatnot, and I may give him a chance to speak and, you know, tell everybody what that's all about.
That's another beautiful part about it. You know, everything that you're doing just for the awareness is amazing, and it's good that, you know, you had this thought, you put it to action, and here you are. But then to meet somebody and have already a personal connection and an interaction and inspiration such as this, I mean, that's going to be one of those moments that that's a tearjerker, man. It's a tearjerking special moment.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he didn't
y'all
ask
definitely
for
deserve
support.
it.
He didn't ask for support. That's my aunt, actually.
Oh, cool.
India Davis. That's my aunt in Arizona.
India, thanks for checking us out and joining in.
Yeah.
With your nephew.
Like and subscribe. Tell some people about us. We're good people. Real talk. Trying to share the good.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
stories.
I'm going to get him on, but you know, he didn't ask for support. It kind of came out as, "Hey, do you want to hike with me?" And I knew it was kind of with the support element involved there, because you know, I'll be holding the camera or something like that, and you know, he'll do his thing, and I don't know if there's going to be tears, but I know I would tear up at that moment. So
I think it's inspirational.
Alex, what's your buddy's name that's going with you?
His name is J.R. Littleton. I was trying to get him. Yeah, I was trying to get him on here actually, but he is in preparation stages.
Okay.
He's actually catching a flight out here Monday.
What's JR's brother's name?
Joe.
Joe. Okay.
I don't know his everything about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know the name. I think that's huge. I mean, that's a big, to me, that's just as big as what y'all are doing to go the 2200. I think it's just as admirable and honorable for what he's going to do and what y'all are going to do for Joe. So I think that's kicking. Here's
the thing, like, just speaking with you, I'm already engaged. I mean, this is like, I cannot wait. I feel like I'm not near a part of it, like putting on my boots and getting out there with you, but mentally supportive and engaged. I'm right there with you, and I love everything about this. So, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm not near as I don't have the anxiety or the nervousness like you do, but I have the anxiety. Like, I'm all about this, man. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, one of my main concerns was that I was told as a bet not to shave until the very end. So this is my beard right now, and my definition, I'm going to have a hard time keeping up with it. All I got is a brush from Dollar General and a comb. I don't have any beard care products or nothing.
TDC. Hey, you might be able to meet up with TDC when it's over. Grab you a guitar and y'all play some ZZ Top tunes, man.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, this thing's going to be down to about here when I get done.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to Chase and Wolf. I appreciate your comments and you know, interaction.
Read that comment real quick. That's actually a pretty cool comment.
Chase and Wolf said, "First time listening." Where'd Alex go? First time listening. Great story, great guest. Thanks for all y'all do on the airwaves to put the word out to everyone for news, stories, and information that truly matters in the whole world. To people who truly cares about America. No doubt. I mean, you couldn't have said it any better. Jason Wolf, I appreciate that.
That's beautiful. That is what it is. This is real life, real talk. And, you know, hey, that's what we want to do, man.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, there's people that don't even walk down to the corner store that's not even a mile away from their house. And, you know, that's true. That's for almost as much reward for them as it is for Alex making it to the peak of the 2200. I mean, I think it's pretty kick ass. I mean, like I said, that's a hell of a feat.
We got to stop saying 2,200 miles. It's about to give me a heart attack.
I thought it sounded loud at Pennsylvania, but when you said Canada or Maine, I was like, holy crap.
I know. Next thing, he's all the way up in Iceland before it's all over with.
Yeah, he's hanging out in
Alex, you were supposed to stop. You're supposed to stop in Maine.
Well, the plan, I don't know how good it's going to go, but the plan is to complete the Appalachian Trail. But my goal is to do the Triple Crown of America.
Yeah. What is the Triple Crown of America?
Triple Crown of America is the Appalachian Trail is number 1. The Pacific Coast Trail, which goes from California, Southern California to Canada.
Yeah.
That's number 2.
Pretty awesome.
And the Continental Divide Trail, which goes from the bottom of New Mexico to Canada. And that's called the Triple Crown hikes of the world. Pretty much, because America is the only continent that has 3 2,000-mile or over hikes, because those other 2 are 3,000 miles plus.
Look at that comment there. If you make it to Canada, you have gone too far. That's no doubt.
I think I might have just updated my bucket list.
Yeah,
that's a hell of accomplishment if you do the Triple Crown.
Oh my God, man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll have to push my kid in a stroller the whole way. That's going to be a pain in the butt, man.
Only 1,500 people in the world have completed the Triple Crown.
Well, I'll scratch that off the bucket list.
because the other 2 go through grizzly country. So you're camping with the grizzlies in a tent. Or a hammock, like I do.
That's what I was wondering. Is there, I mean, this is kind of an odd question, but is there like, for self-protection, is there firearms on the way or a Rambo knife or something?
Actually, no. I'm not taking any for the Appalachian Trail because black bears are very docile.
Yeah.
Like if they see you, they run off. If they hear a loud sound, they run off. Yeah, but the only reason, so if you see a cub, that's when you back up. That's when you start getting nervous.
Are you going to carry a hiking stick, a walking stick, trail stick, anything like that?
I'm taking 2 trekking poles, carbon fiber trekking poles. So, I mean, I couldn't beat up a bear with those. No.
I mean, you can MacGyver something on the end of it, though, right?
Some nunchucks.
Not really. They're made out of carbon fiber. They'd break before I even got one good swing in.
That is great, man.
But I'm not too nervous about the Appalachian Trail because most of the creatures I'm pretty familiar with. I mean, the other 2, on the other hand, grizzly bears, they're very aggressive. So, there's JR, actually. He's in.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, JR.
Thanks for checking in, JR.
Yep, that's the partner in crime for the Appalachian Trail right there.
Y'all got this.
No doubt.
Yeah, man.
I think it's awesome. You're going to have somebody, I think mentally, that it helps out that you try having somebody there to,
push you.
Y'all can push each other,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or I just push him off a ravine or something.
That's what I was going to say. That's how Simple Man pushes me on the show. He's like, come on, man.
Yeah, whenever I get tired of him, just toss him down the mountain, Okay. Just toss him down the mountain and be like, oh, he's gone.
Yeah, look out
24
blow.
My pack just got lighter.
We've talked about it. It's a joke.
One of the things I'm curious about is the altitude. So at what point during the trail do you really get into some good altitude? Where's
the highest point?
Peak, I guess. Where's the highest point at on the Appalachian Trail?
It is actually Clingman's Dome, North Carolina.
All right. So
it's actually within the first 150 miles of the trail is the highest point.
JR, know you're just joining the show. Alex did mention that y'all are going to be carrying Joe's ashes up the hill, and I think
Special,
that's
man.
phenomenal that both of y'all are there.
Inspirational.
What y'all are doing, man.
Yeah, we definitely want to keep up with both of you.
But, you know, HTX Renegade Radio and WO Entertainment, Bill of Rights Network. I know everybody's always willing and helping out any way we can, and this is great for y'all. So this is great for us, mainly great for us, but this is great for y'all. It's such a great story for sure.
God, I remember you. Hey, we had already said this, but just since you're just tuning in, it's inspirational. We're already engaged. I feel like I can't wait to see y'all's progress and see you follow through on this challenge, man. It's going to be amazing. There's no doubt about it.
It's almost like it should be a reality show in itself. You know what I mean? I mean, basically it is, but I mean, it's
for a good cause, man. I mean, this is better than any reality show because it's actually meaningful. You know, it ain't some idiots on TV just talking about what kind of car they want to drive. This is some real life love. You know, got the veteran in there,
and it's going to hurt.
Yeah,
there's going to be some hot showers along the way, though.
The Naked and Afraid Appalachian Trail Challenge.
It just depends on what the weather. Yeah, whatever the weather's gonna.
Yeah, I guess you never can tell, huh?
I forgot what day it is, but we'll find out on the trail or maybe before. But there is an actual National Hike Naked Day.
What's JR think about that? Yeah, that's going to be pretty wild, man. That's like becoming one with nature right there.
Oh, look at that right there.
Hey, what part of Oklahoma?
Coming in tomorrow to do us here in Oklahoma. Yeah.
Naked and Afraid. That's really cool. My family lives up there.
You got to figure out if you want to be at the front of the pack when you're going up the hill on that day, or at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah, you don't want to be having to give a boost up that steep mountain on that day.
Oh no!
Could be Seniors Day or something.
Make sure that's on flatland.
And yeah,
Wagner. Okay,
definitely great. Cool. It's definitely great what you and JR doing. Where in Oklahoma is JR at?
He said Wagner.
Wagner. Okay. I missed. Oh, there it is. Wagner. No doubt.
Yeah. I got some family that lives outside of Tulsa.
He said he wanted to be far away from Alex.
The love has already started.
Yeah, just tie rope to each other. So one goes, you'll know when one goes and be able to help out.
Well, most of the time, I think one of the major benefits of having two people going along the trail is that we can separate. Like if we get tired, one person can hike alone, and we just meet up at a shelter somewhere, and they'll already be there. But another reason is because hostels and hotels, they cost so much money that if you split the cost between two people, it's cheaper. Like your funds for the trip will go farther.
Most definitely.
That's a good question. So, I believe the Wizard of Oz put out there to JR is what time is the news that out there? I'd love to try to check that out. I think I can
get a clip of it. That'd be awesome.
It says Channel 6 News. Is that out of Wagner, or is that going to be what's close to Wagner?
We can do some research.
Yeah, well,
I went to Fort Sill. That's as far as I've been.
You know the Appalachian Trail pretty well. You just don't know Oklahoma news channel territory.
Fort Sill. Was that a field artillery territory, man? Is that I did my last 2 years was in 1-5 field artillery. So there was a lot of Fort Sill with me. There we go, man. I have to look, man. My cousin's right up there. He's usually on the show too, CMC. So
you said he's not sure it's going to be live. So yeah,
it's out of Tulsa. It's out of Tulsa. So that's cool.
give us an update on that if you find out anything. That's huge. I see that Alex is buffering there.
We need to give Alex. We need to get Alex back in because I want to give him the final few minutes of the first hour just to, to give a hurrah.
Yeah.
Look at this. 282nd Field Artillery Ford Hood right here. Iraq 2004. Hey, hurrah right there, brother. That's some real deal stuff, man. JR, that's awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. I don't know if Alex is going to jump back in. There he is. There's Alex.
Yep. Let's see. You got
Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Look at that. Even chasing wolf, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
1977.
Oklahoma.
I heard that. Yeah, I would tell you a story, but I don't want to embarrass myself. I ended up being in Fort Riley 1-5 Field Artillery. I guess that was right at the end when First Infantry Division was kind of getting dismantled, I think, towards the end of me being there. But yeah, I came from Korea and then ended up going to Fort Riley, and I guess I screwed up enough in service that I ended up in Field Artillery. It wasn't a destination. It was I just wanted to go overseas somewhere, so they sent me to Field Artillery, and I loved it, man. I did 2.5 years in 1-5 Field Artillery, and even though it's 2 weeks out of every month in the field, but you just grow accustomed to it after a while.
Give me a second. I'm going to try to get the music up for the halftime of the show, the break, and
yeah.
So I'm for some reason it's just acting slow today. I don't know what
this is a good chance to let Alex give a spill, man. Hey, we're coming up on our last 2 minutes of this really a minute, but whatever, if it runs over a little bit, no worries. Give us your last spill down of your thoughts about this whole thing, what it's all about. If there's a message out there you want to relay to all these people, I want to hear it. For the people who are just tuning in, there's been some more people tuning in. Let them know what this is all about, man. We really appreciate having you on.
Well, to be honest with you, I think me and JR are completely nuts, but a good type of nuts. Our belief, I do believe it's his as well, is that you don't have to take that final decision. You don't have to make that final decision. There's a lot more things going on in life. And doing this hike actually tells people that, hey, I actually tried to commit suicide and I'm doing the Appalachian Trail. If I can do it, you can do it. So just get off your couch, go hiking. If you're retired or if you're on 100% disability like I am and you have nothing else better to do, get your gear and go on the Appalachian Trail, dude. Just take it. Just set it up and don't think about it. Don't do anything like that. Just say you're going to do the Appalachian Trail, get the gear, and leave on the date that you set.
God, I'm inspired, man. I swear I wish I could just do that. I wish I could do it. But you know what? For all of us that can't do it, we can feel a part of these guys' story. Alex for joining us tonight, JR for joining in. That's a comment right here he's putting out here, which is true. Suicide doesn't make the pain go away. It just passes to someone else you love. And that, I mean, man, that's as real as it gets right there. Yeah, it is. Oh man, Alex, it has been a hell of a
now I
pleasure
can get
talking to you.
controversial. Now I can get controversial. Okay, let's do this.
Nick.
Yeah, I'm working on this, getting this halftime music in here. We're gonna play 2 songs and come back after the break. And it's 8:01 right now, so let me get this thing rocking and rolling. So I'd say mute mics and turn off, I guess, your cam so that it doesn't come through on the screen and highlight you while the music's playing.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Hey, thank you all for joining.
Yeah,
Alex has been amazing.
Stay tuned for the second hour. Like I said, we're just going to play 2 songs to the break and then come back, and we're going to hit on some topics, that are near and dear to everybody. in this country. It's some serious stuff, and so stick around and definitely join in.
All right, guys. Hour 2 coming up.
Yeah, they ain't called the Midnight Rider. They ain't never catching me. They ain't called the Midnight Rider. They ain't never catching me. I've been flying till the morning out on Highway 73. You know I used to be a bad man, but the rambling did me in. You know I used to be a bad man, but the rambling did me in. But them ways will never change. I couldn't live with all sin. That devil rides a fast horse, always trying to calm me down. Know that devil rides a fast horse, always trying to calm me down. Lord, I hear them books pounding, know they make an evil sound. If they ain't called the Midnight Rider, they ain't never catch me. Yeah, they ain't called the Midnight Rider, they ain't never catch me. 'Cause I've been flying till the morning out on Highway 73. 'Cause I've been flying till the you know I'm reckless and I make it to town. Them sirens howling, been burning it down. You better call your mama and tell her the news. You gon' backslide to the moorways in new high shoes. She can't help her mama, we weren't made for the blues. Come on, darling, let me chase all your blues. It may be fading, darling, I feel alright. Come on, darling, let's burn up the night. My road is wicked and it's wearing me thin. Wide out and hungry with a devilish grin. You know I'm getting that feeling again, but you're my only girl. You've always I've never had things you needed the most. You wanted angel wings, I gave you a ghost. And I'm floating with the coolest and chills up your back. Run things through your long hair, then fade into black. Love it haunts you, then it takes you right back. Come on, darling, let's fade in the black. My road is wicked and it's wearing me thin. Wide out and hungry with the devil's grin. You know I'm getting that feeling again, but you're my only girl, and you've always been.
Welcome back to the second half of HTX Renegade Radio. Still joining us is Alex. No, hold on, I gotta turn this.
Oh yeah,
on.
it's my pleasure to talk about all the cool stuff.
Sorry, kept the music rolling. Yeah, welcome back to the second half. We got Alex still joining us. TDC will be back in a minute. Let's see, we got some comments in here. Sounds good. Good deal. Last week we had a little bit of a hiccup with the, I think with the music, it didn't want to play. So probably operator error. I'll take the blame. It's all right. So Alex, we definitely appreciated the first half. Definitely, man, I am having some technical difficulties here.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, for some reason, everything's going through my laptop, but it's all good. We'll keep this thing rolling instead of my headset.
You know what the good thing
in Texas are big.
Yeah, you want to know what the good thing about technical difficulties are? That just means that we're some real people. We're not we're 100% not professional and prepared, and as you hear the dog bark in the background. Oh yeah, man! So that was awesome, man. First hour, Now it's time for hour two. I usually it's a little bit longer. Hopefully I wasn't too late coming back.
No, you were doing good. I think trying to get everybody back in on the second half.
Yeah.
Now we get to get away from good deeds for a little bit and get to what's going on around this country, the state of Texas.
All the good deeds that the administration's doing for us right now.
Exactly. We've got some people call it a crisis at the border. Some people will call it, immigration and people wanting to try to come over here to become U.S. citizens. I think we know the difference between the two, and we're all here at HTX Renegade Radio. The conservative outlaws are definitely for immigration. We have no problems with that as long as it's done the way it was intended, the way it was, the way the laws are set up now. There's a reason for that, but it seems like that nobody wants to adhere to these laws, and so we have what's going on now down there, which is pretty much utter chaos that's going down. I know watching some of the news stories, also. Listening to some of the podcasts, listening to, reading some of the stories that's going on down there. I mean, some of these cartels and stuff are in all-out battles with each other down there. I think to whoever's going to control, I guess, the trafficking, being who's going to be the head coyote down there, huh?
It's the cartel wearing the Biden shirts and the cartel wearing the Harris shirts, and who's going to fight over that presidency?
Yeah, I saw the Biden shirt that said, "Biden, please let us in." And honestly, I think the shirt really said, "Biden, let us in." So those shirts were probably spread out along the trail and the trek and the journey to get here. And don't get me wrong. There are people in need, and there's ways we can help out as a country, no doubt. But at the same time, we have our own burdens here. We have things that we're obligated to. I think, as my opinion, for a president of the United States, the American people is an obligation. First, when you are the president of the United States, you're not president of the world. You're president of the United States. So. Your obligation is to the people here and taking care of them. Not so much taking care of them, but you work for them. We don't ask the government to protect us and to coddle us and all that good stuff. We, there's a reason why the system is set up in place, but it seems like that so many people up there in DC, forget about those things that are set in place, and they try to write their own rules and go their own paths. And there's so many people that stand behind that, it's unreal. But this is a big deal that's going on down there. We're putting a country at risk, for one, actually putting two countries at risk if you really want to look at it, for the people coming from Central America. They're in an economic hardship down there as well, that they need people with good skilled labor and stuff that can stay there. Tucker did a show the other night that laid it out with the president of El Salvador. And, in order for that country to grow and prosper and all that, they need their citizens there to help build that country up as well. And when all the skilled labor and stuff leaves, then what are you left with? And then when you have the United States and, throw that in the mix with people coming here, there's enough jobs out there right now that, that are citizens here that are already citizens of the United States, could damn sure use and work in order to feed their families. 2020 was a rough time for everybody. For a lot of people, it was a lot worse for a lot of others than it was for some. But there's people looking for work here already, and they've been looking for work. They've been looking for the help to get back on their feet and make sure their families are fed. We have obligations here, and I know TDC. I know you feel the way I do. And Alex, you're joining the show. Definitely, if you have any input, we'd love to hear that as well. But
I
think
it's been happening for years, really. If you think about it? I mean, when I came back from overseas to get a job, all I could find was McDonald's, AutoZone, things like that, because people from other countries had taken the other good jobs. Like construction would be a good job for out of the service. You would make a little over minimum wage, right. But they're going with the cheaper, but better, but more reliable, supposedly, the immigrants. But I think they should come. They should come through the right way. Heck, my dad is a British citizen, and it wasn't until 2012, he's been here since 1985, that he got his citizenship.
Wow. That's
It's
a long time.
But he's an actual citizen now.
Yeah.
He's got dual citizenship.
See, I think that brings up a good point about legal immigration. If it's doing right, there ought to be a little bit better pathway to citizenship, in my opinion, for people willing to do it legally. You come to this country, we pledge allegiance to this country. We pledge allegiance to this flag. You know what I mean? And this is, you're coming here to be an American. It's the melting pot, no doubt, but at the same time, it's for opportunity. In a better way of life. So
this country, as far as the political, not from the soldiers or the veteran side, but this as a political has been doing away with America for a long, long time, as far as just inviting anybody into this country, giving them 10-year tax write-offs to start a business, letting their visas expire and stay here. There's been no follow-up. And that's that. So like Alex just said, man, just a simple job that somebody used to depend on and being able to go out and know that they can get it is being taken away because businesses, they'll go with the lower option. And if you can get away with paying somebody under the table half the price you were going to have to pay an American, then it's happening all over. And if you think it isn't, then you're blind. It's happening all over. And it continues to happen. The incentives are almost better if you came over here and you didn't work your butt off as an American, because you're going to come right in. You're going to get health care. You're going to get I'm not saying you're going to be better off than everybody, but let's just be honest, man. Middle America is the one that's taking the hit here. And we keep getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed. So you got your upper echelon, then you got the very poor, and the 80-90% of middle America who's being the ones that are being squeezed the most, that are paying for all of it. It is a tragedy and it is a crisis. And if you think it ain't, and you think it ain't planned, and they want to play on your heartstrings because of showing kids come across the border, there's 331 kids. And you know what they found out? They're coming across 2 and 3 times because they're smuggling these kids and they're throwing them right back. As soon as they get across, they smuggle them back and they bring them in again. Or then they throw them in those containers, the ones that Biden and Obama built way back then. Those cages you called Trump said he did. Now all of a sudden they're welcoming centers. They're the same damn cages. Cages.
I think my understanding is that they're staying longer in these holding cells, or whatever you want to call them. They're staying longer in it. But now it's the double standard. So when it was Trump that was doing it, it was blown out of proportion, and he's inhumane. But now it's called necessity to them. It's totally hypocritical.
Terrorist prisoners get better treatment than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're sleeping on emergency blankets, whatever it is, the tinfoil to keep you warm. Right. Terrorists that have been caught get sheets, pillows, bed, desk, books, everything.
I've said this a few times on the show just because I've actually seen it in a courthouse. I've watched in Harris County. If you want to know the exact county, we'll go ahead and slap them around for a minute. Down in their courthouse, I've watched the judge literally call people up. Do you have any ID? Do you speak English? Case dismissed. Case dismissed. I sit there and watched it with my own eyes, like 15 people from anywhere from drinking and driving to violent assaults, everything dismissed because they don't have IDs. They don't have none out of our jurisdiction. So you know what used to happen is they got a bus right back to the border and they were thrown back across the country where they would come over and do the same thing 2 or 3 times. And if it's that easy to come over here and murder, rape, drink and drive, which costs anybody else $10,000 to $15,000 to try to fight it, and you can just do all this crap and get released back out and do the same shit over and over, there's one for the cuss jar, because it's ridiculous, man. And people don't want to believe that it's happened. I sat right in the courtroom and watched it happen. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there like, are you kidding me? What are we on now? 15? How about I go up there and say, I ain't got no ID, nothing. No, they ain't going to do that. I'm going to jail or I'm paying. But yeah, they're hey, it's a safe place. Here, just shoot you right on out there. Go commit some more murder. Go do something else. Go rape somebody. And to think that this ain't a crisis when they're coming over here by the thousands now, I mean, it's all over the place. The videos are showing it. So it's not a crisis. And then you have the hypocrisy to act like you give a damn about COVID when you're letting thousands of people from another country who have been hiking together for miles and miles, and most of them are sick, right into your country. But yet you want us to wear 3 masks? Come on, man. Exactly. We got to wear 3 masks, but you're going to let these people come across the border with no checks and balances. That's your government for you. Bunch of geniuses over there, and including that president who needs a cattle prod just to wake his ass up every second.
You know, you hit something good, but you know, think about remember the sanctuary cities and all that, and the fight for sanctuary cities. And you know, you went to the extremes. People are going to say you go to the extremes when you said, you know, about rapists and killers and murderers and all that coming through. But the facts are there. It's not like it didn't happen. You're over exaggerating. You're telling the truth. A lot of these sanctuary cities, you know, harbored these people that were accused of murder, that did have murders on them, and they would still let out. One of the things I wanted to bring up, and this was a good thing that I saw on 100%fedup.com. It's Border Patrol agent releases stunning photos of illegals allowed to fly on domestic airlines without proper ID. So what that is the illegal aliens who are getting released on their own recognizances under Biden's catch and release policies are being allowed to board and travel commercial airliners by simply showing their notice to appear forms. That form is the I had it here somewhere, the I-862 form. It's form I-862.
That sounds
you can check
official.
it out. It's out there. But what it is the notice of appear form has no photo on it whatsoever. Anyone can make one and manipulate one. They do not have any security features, no watermark, nothing. They're simply printed on standard copy paper based on the information the illegal alien says is the truth. And they're allowed to board aircraft.
Just giving them ballots. They're just giving them the 2021 ballots, pretty much.
Basically,
you said it, man.
You know, basically, you could see it as we already have your citizenship papers drawn up. Sign here. That's all you need. So, you know, that poses a huge threat. Just the other day, I want to say it was yesterday, that they've already busted people on the watch list for terrorism coming through the border.
Of course. I can promise you one thing. It ain't doctors and lawyers coming in that caravan. It ain't somebody that's going to come up with some inventive way to save the climate.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. And just looking at what it poses a risk to, you know, with the number of people that are down there right now with the children, our Border Patrol is spread thin. So they're doing more humanitarian work, and at these locations where they're holding them at, versus being out there on the border to be able to catch more coming over. We saw the video last week on our show. I thought we played it on our show, but where they kept sending the raft back and forth, picking them up on the other side of the border, bringing them across. I mean, and there was a line, looked like a line to the In-N-Out in Katy, In-N-Out burger. You know, it was insane. It looked like it was miles long. So
they were getting ready to ride a roller coaster, man. They're like, all right.
I think.
I mean, I personally think they need to know English, like legitly, before they're even allowed to enter the country, or before they're even allowed to get citizenship. Because I go to like a restaurant and I repeat my order like 4 times because they don't understand English. They don't even have to know English to take the citizenship test.
Are you at a Central American?
Spanish.
Are you at a Central American restaurant?
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
No, he makes a great point, man, because, I mean, you know, it is one thing, and people come over here and they learn, and that is what it is. But we're at so much of a cancel culture right now that you can't even say anything like that. You can't do anything like that. You can't even say, hey, pledge allegiance to this country. You can't even say that you loved America. You love the flag, because somebody's going to get their feelings hurt and tell you that the flag stands for something that hurts their feeling, because this hurts their feeling. Nowadays, everybody gets their feelings hurt. And you know what? When you're a little kid, it's good to get your feelings hurt. You know why? Because then you learn how to get better, how to get stronger, how to get tougher. You grow a thick skin, and you learn how to deal with it and move on and move forward and succeed. Exactly. If you're teaching people how to be victims and how to say everything is against you and everything, how are you going to succeed? You're not. And they're already warping our kid mind with this mentality for the very reason that they want you to be government dependent. And when you're government dependent, what do you have? A socialist. You have, God, what's the name? What's Venezuela? Then you have Venezuela. Then you have long lines for bread. Then you have everything else. Because
everybody's
eventually,
fighting over that loaf of bread.
Dude, oh my God, man. I mean, it just makes perfect sense to me. Like, if you connect the dots and you think outside the box for just a second, Democrat, Republican, whatever. If you just think about it, COVID's the worst thing. Let's let illegals in. There's hypocrisy. So whatever you say, what side you're on, there's hypocrisy there. Either it's the worst disease ever and you need to wear 3 masks. And if that is your belief, then they need to stay the hell out. If you don't believe in COVID, then you still believe in America. They need to go through it the right way. You see many foreign people who've come over here and done it the right way, studied, took the test, had some pride when they passed that are upset a lot more than Americans born here. They're pissed because they did it the right way and they had to bust their ass to do it and work for everything. Now they're taxpayers. Now they see people just getting let in by the droves and they're like, hey, what about all of us who did it the right way? That's exactly where Biden's missing it. He's missing it because he's saying screw all these people. So to all those people who did it the right way, you need to definitely jump on another train than that Democrat train, because there's a reason why they're allowing them to come over in droves. You said it earlier, Alex, and you're dead right. They're saying, here's your ballot to the next election. You know what shirt you're wearing. You know who's freeing you and bringing you over here illegally so you can come right over. The HR1 bill, I mean, oh my God, man, it's basically it's basically set up for this invasion to come up right on out, because they know they have no principles, no morals, no values, no foot to stand on when it comes to any debate. So they're scared, they're terrified. And they know the only way they're going to win is if they invest in Dominion voting machines and get millions of illegal votes. That's my stance.
Yeah, I mean it's a given. It's a political agenda. For somebody not vetting anybody coming into this country and offering benefits. I mean there's something really wrong with that picture. People pay into taxes. Long times, they lose their jobs, and they paid in almost their whole life and then comes down to losing their job during COVID, and they get a $600 check here and a $1,400 check there, and then not able to get anything else. And I think that's the money that's allocated to helping the American citizens is so minute compared to what's going out. It's unreal. It's a very, very shitty situation, in my opinion. I think the American people deserve better than that.
And Biden isn't really even doing anything. He's just a puppet, because those cards are written by somebody else, because he can't speak anyway. I mean,
well, I agree with you.
But the problem with it is that it's the party or whoever's controlling that situation, whoever's the money behind it, is controlling what's going on. I mean, you can look at financials for campaigns, and that there's like billionaires. Bill Gates is involved somewhere. Google's involved. Facebook somewhere. I mean, come on. Somebody's pulling the little strings on the marionette.
Oh, no doubt. And the mentality for those people that are serving in D.C. and even in local politics at the state levels and the city levels, county levels as well. The mentality is insane. And I'm glad y'all brought this up, because I've got a video here that I've got queued up that I want to share and for y'all to watch and see where this goes. Remember how last week we talked about, I think it was last week or week before, we talked about how, since Donald Trump was out of office and the whole racist term was used all the way through up to the elections, for anybody that supported Donald Trump, right? We said it was back. We said it was back a couple of weeks ago. It's back, and I've got proof that it's back. Being accused of something that you're not, just because it makes the headline news and the mainstream media. It makes the mainstream media, and I'm waiting to hear one of those compilation things, TDC, where it's all the news, people saying the same shit over and over and over.
It's regurgitated worldwide.
Everybody got the
trigger words to make you all feel scared. And all
everybody got the same cue cards that week from whoever sent it out. So I'm going to cue this up real quick, and I hope I'm at the right spot on this. And let's see what we got here.
Do you need us to drop cam so it'll be bigger, or will we just listen here?
I think you can listen. We can probably put it over. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get this rolling.
Okay.
And I may not even be at the right spot on this, but we can hang out next to the.
Oh, there's Tucker.
Next to it here.
There we go.
So I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this. I'm probably not at the exact spot where I wanted to be at, but what I want to do is I want to highlight Veronica Escobar. She's involved, a Democrat from Texas.
Well, that's a story. But
y'all hear that?
Democrats know perfectly well how unpopular open borders are with Americans of all races. So they are doing their best, hysterically, in fact, to suppress news about what is actually happening. Here's Veronica Escobar, who somehow got elected to Congress from Texas. What do you know? That if you say a single word about what's happening on the border right now, you're a racist.
They can either join us in being part of the solution, or my fear is what they are going to continue to do is seek ways to divide our country, fuel xenophobia and racism. And I want to warn them that their words and the fueling of that xenophobia, that racism, that hatred of the border, that fear of the border, there are consequences to that language and that rhetoric.
Divide the country.
Oh, yeah, my God. Sorry, I got to get off here. I got to go beat a baby. That pisses me off.
Hey, you see what I'm feeling, brother.
Automatically, somebody's putting words in somebody's mouth, right? So Americans, which basically what she's going to say is Americans and anybody that, that lives along the border, Texans for sure. If you go, if you say anything against what's going on at the border, then I guess you're going to be deemed xenophobe and racist. And this is the kind of crap that the people, she's threatening there. I don't know if y'all want to say that or not, but she's threatening consequences for you speaking out against what's going on at the border. Has nothing to do with the hate for people. It has nothing to do with the hate for the border. There's a reason why we have a border patrol. There's a reason why we have police departments, and that patrol down along the border and throughout the state of Texas. For one, I can speak for Texas because I'm in Texas. There's a reason that we have the laws in place that we do, and it's damn sure not to be sat there and called racist or xenophobes when we care about the security of our people in our own country.
Hey, that's that's where I would like to just start off and just say, oh yeah, well, what do you think about the cages that Obama and Biden built? Do you think they should be are they racist because they put those kids in cages down there on the border? Is that racist?
The news says Trump built those.
That's what I was about to say, Alex. I was going to say.
I know. That's why I like throwing it back in their face, because there's no more nice in this game. They want to sit there and throw racism in your face for everything because they don't have the intelligence to debate. They've lost all moral and value. All they can say is you're a domestic terrorist and you're racist. Anytime you say something intelligent and go, well, wouldn't you think that we would at least want to safeguard our country from COVID if it's so terrible? Why would we let thousands of people in? Oh, when you hate people, you're a racist. No, you're an idiot. You don't have any concept of an intellect. That's all you do is attack. And your first mode of defense is racism. It's old. It's pathetic, just like your whole agenda. We're over it. We're better than that, and we know better.
And political careers. Well, I mean, it's pathetic. 47 years and nothing accomplished.
I mean, if you look at the situation, it's crazy. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
If you look at the situation, so you got African Americans, you got Hispanics, and they're all teaching their kids generation by generation about how they're going in schools and how they need to protect for their race and everything. Do they realize that the white folks have just moved on from that crap? That we don't care about that crap. They're the ones bringing it up. I mean, come on, I'm from Georgia.
There's money being made in it, and people make a living off of it. That's why it's still out there.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, I mean, let's be honest.
And I'm from Georgia, one of the most racist places ever in the country, and I don't give a crap about it. I just got this as a joke. It's a jab joke. It's a white privilege card because they're saying we're all white. Because we're white, we're white privilege. So I figured if they were going to say it, I need to get a card that says it.
Well, the last time I checked, Alex, it doesn't matter what color you are, but you as a white man have served this country. You didn't do it just for the white people of the country. You did it for everybody in the country. So, and that's one of the things that I would say. We give everybody a fair shake. I don't care, race, color, creed, whatever. We give everybody a fair shake. And if that fair shake's not given back, then we make our own judgment at that point. But at that point, it becomes a character judgment or character flaw. And, so to act like Veronica Escobar that represents the state of Texas, I'm in the state of Texas, don't represent me. To call somebody a racist over what's going on down there, hey, we have compassion for people. But like I tell my daughter all the time, a big heart's going to leave you with a broke ass. And that is no lie. So the more and more you can work your butt off, and you can do good for a lot of people. But the more and more you keep doing a lot of stuff, next thing you know, you're putting yourself in a bind at the same place at the same time. So as much as we want to have compassion for people, as much as we pay into taxes and we want to say, yeah, we don't have a problem with allocating money to helping people out. I think there should be one-on-one communication going on with the United States and El Salvador before we ever get to a point where everybody's sitting at the border wanting to get in. What kind of economic opportunities can we provide to help them build in El Salvador to make that country? But I think the people of El Salvador would appreciate that a hell of a lot more than coming to the border and trying to, if they can get the free stuff. I mean, how many people are getting across the border that aren't even going through the channels of receiving that paperwork or anything like that? You know what I mean? They're just released out into the wide open.
And that's if you would actually trust our government with actually getting the funds where they deserve to go. The only place I see funds going right now are to China, and that's because somebody was in bed with them. And I mean, call it for what you will, man, but it's pretty sickening. I mean,
no name.
Yeah, I think David had actually mentioned up here, which is stuff that's being called out right now with Putin just basically calling Biden out. He called him to a public debate. I mean, come on, how absurd is this getting to where world leaders know how inept he is, not as a president, as a man. And I mean, it's a sad thing, man. I worked in a home health and hospice. I seen what dementia looks like, and this guy is not all there, man. And he's our world leader. He's up there signing executive orders by the drones, and in the middle of signing, he's like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like, what the hell, dude? This is the people voted for this guy. I don't even know what I'm doing here. What the hell are we talking about, man? This is our country. That's our leader. There's no respect there. At least Trump had a set of balls on him when somebody like China or North Korea was like, oh, yeah, we're going to put those nukes up. And he's like, no, you're not. You think you are, but you're not. We're going to tear up the hell out of you. You're going to pay your fair share. And you know what? We are America, and it's okay to fly our flag, and it's okay to be pompous because we have pride again. We don't have to bend over and say, hey, just let us throw our taxpayer dollars on all these other countries when we can't even take care of our own people. That's sickening. And for us to have to say that and be called a racist or a terrorist, get the hell out of here. Exactly. America is the greatest country in the world because it is a melting pot of all of us. We all contribute. And as long as you're a contributor, that's what makes America beautiful. Not being a victim and demising us all, and not trying to get your feelings hurt and want a handout, not waiting on something, going and doing something. When did that become a problem? When did it become a problem? Since it's been taught to our kids, and it's happening right underneath your noses. And if you're not watching your kids and you're involved in every minute, they're going to get brainwashed just like the rest of these fools that are out there that sit in front of the garbage machine, feeding them over and over. Wake up. This is the best country in the world. Let's start having some pride back in it again. That's how I feel about this shit, man. It's sickening what's happening right
now. Give me a second. Y'all keep this thing rolling for a second. I'm trying to handle this Twitch thing.
I mean, Twitch. I was at the VA the other day for I hate to say it, pretty much like a alcoholics meeting at the VA. And they pretty much, a bunch of us were thinking about starting to drink again because of the fact that we did not serve for a country that is this. We did not purposely go over and risk our lives and come back with all these issues just to be treated with national football players and athletes kneeling for our Pledge of Allegiance.
Wow.
You know, I mean, it's getting ridiculous, and
that's
something
huge.
needs to give.
That is huge right there. That's coming from a veteran who's served this country, and that's true thoughts of what the feelings are on the other side.
I mean, 2 years sober, and we want to pick up a drink again.
Just because of the demise. I remember that. I remember even way back when. It was a long time ago. Wife says I need ginkgo biloba already because it should have been so long ago. But no, even back when I was in you wanted to, you have to. You wake up, you salute a flag. You go to bed, you salute a flag. That's your job. That's what you do. You're doing it every day. But man, it wasn't near as what was going on now. And it's so cutthroat to where, like, I couldn't even imagine how the military contains that, because I know that it's straight down the line. And at the end of the day, you got to follow chain of command. You're doing your thing. But yeah, at the, when it's free time, you still get to talk and you're still a person. You still have a belief, even though they aren't going to let you express it. But man, there's some sickening things that come out. You're like, hey, I'm the one that putting my life on the line right now for somebody else's agenda. And we've seen that on both sides of the aisle. So I don't call just Democrat or, it's a both sides of the aisle. It's a systematic problem. And it's usually just like we had said earlier, it usually is spawned on greed. And it's by somebody who's rich who wants to get richer. And he'll sacrifice the life of young men and women out there who put their lives on the line just so they can get richer for their families to keep on going, so we can keep paying for their health care, which is much better than any health care we're ever going to get. So they can go smoke crack in China and win Time Life awards.
Right.
I mean, I got some of the best health care you can possibly get, but to get that, I had to darn near kill myself twice. So, and then the same healthcare I'm getting pretty much is 100% is what these people that are crossing the border illegally are going to get.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So why don't we just make those people join the United States military, get brainwashed like we did, and then
yeah.
And then they can get their benefits.
Right.
Man, you know what? You said something that I've long since said, and I mean, I know it's not for everybody, and it can't happen for everybody, but I do think that there should be some kind of a 2-year term. It'll change your attitude real quick. I can promise you that. Just
go to basic training. I mean,
yeah,
that's all you need right there. That'll make you cry. You'll learn English pretty quick too.
Well, just imagine.
I can tell you that I remember a few people that said they didn't like America in basic training, and I won't tell you any further. But I just remember them coming out and they got put on the spot, and our command sergeant major said, "No, you're going to tell everybody here what you just said." And they were like, "I don't like America," and then they were like, "What was that? Say it loud. I don't like America." Because he was asking for a way out, and he wasn't in my particular unit, but I'm sure that didn't end well. I'm sure that he didn't sleep well that night. And I mean, what the hell are you doing here?
But this is all
because there's a million people that don't. But they're now it's not just coming in from a foreign country or anything. It's bred in America. Hate for America is bred in America. It's a homegrown problem. It's here. There's no more love for this country, only suck this country dry mentality. What have you got for me? So you think about it from a military standpoint, it's even more sickening because you have to go fight and potentially lose your life, the ultimate sacrifice for this country. Whereas there's people that are born into victimhood that think that this country owes them something. So
no doubt, you got to
go put on a pair of boots.
Look, you have elected officials that supposedly they feel that they run this country. So as somebody that's wanting to go serve this country, for all these elected officials that get up there and talk bad about this country, what are you supposed to expect?
Yeah,
exactly. And I
mean,
your
own president don't even act like he loves America.
They're up there talking shit about their own country and not give two shits about it. I mean, what do you expect that they're going to do? What kind of policies they're going to put in place?
I want to see Biden ride along in his bulletproof vest down there on the border.
It's a scary thought, that you have these people that are making policy, that are making decisions with the American people's money, and honestly, they've spent frivolously. They have no accountability to what they've spent money towards. They don't allocate the funds to the right places, especially when we have veterans in this country that have served this country that deserved the best of health care, no matter what. And if they're with kids and spouses, with education, whatever else, they deserve the best of that as well. And instead, we give it to other people. We allocate those funds to other people. So these people that are making those decisions like that, I mean, it's asinine. It's confusing probably for a lot of people to say, well, why would I want to go do this? These people tell us all day long on TV and mainstream media that this country sucks.
I think I read
that's
somewhere.
why we're here. That's why we're here doing what we do, because this country does not suck. It's because of the people like you, Alex. It's because of the people, Carl, the veterans of this country, the American patriots, the people that go to work and pay into the till, and they get sick and tired of getting kicked in the ass by what these people making these decisions up there. It's insane.
I mean, I think I read somewhere that all the VA, like all the VFWs are pissed off right now because Biden said something about not liking the veterans or something, and he knows what we're going through when he's a 7-time draft dodger.
Yeah, he don't know nothing. He's a career politician.
So
that
right
should
now,
tell you enough.
He's got all the veterans gunning for him now. So I don't know how this is going to work.
Look at India's comment right here. I am an Army veteran and retired from the Sheriff's Department, and I don't get free anything. It is a shame that we would give anything away when we have our own homeless and poverty problems here. And that's exactly 100%. How we feel. We have so many issues. I love
my and you guys do too now.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for joining us, and please keep liking.
Thank you for your service too, India. No doubt.
Yeah, man.
Both for the country and for the Sheriff's Department. I think that's huge. Alex, we're coming up. We've got about 6 minutes left. We usually do final thoughts. I think there's a show right behind ours, so we have to bounce out here. Yeah, so we usually just give a final thought. So just a quick run through. Hey, look at that, Chad and Brock. Thanks for joining the show, Chad. You're a little late, but thanks for making it.
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, Chad and Brooke, they're cool people for sure.
Better late than never.
So yeah, if you want to
just in time for the most important final thoughts.
I know the final thoughts for sure. Alex, if you want to give your final thoughts, we'll start with you. TDC, you go second or last. It doesn't matter to me, whichever one you want to do.
Yeah, it's all
I mean,
go
I think you guys can go first, so I kind of get a drift of what it is.
TDC always runs good. It's hard for me to. Man, I was going to say that. No, he's already cleared it up for us.
I don't even have an idea what I'm going to say until my mouth opens.
There you go.
Y'all want me to start it off? I'll start off.
I kind of get like a kind of feel for it. Like
I try to do it like just a roundabout of what the show was, and then just how we feel. But tonight, it's been an honor, Alex, having you on the show, man. Thank you so much, not only for your service, but taking on this challenge, raising awareness for suicide awareness, also PTSD. It's a real thing out there. There's a lot of soldiers that when they get out of service, it's a hard time adapting. And, that's a good thing about with me and Simple Man, patriot and veteran alike, trying to bring more cohesiveness out there to where people can get a good understanding of both sides, and that we both do love the country and we do have a lot of similar things, and we need to realize how we can work together to make this easier on our veterans who have been out there putting it on the line. That's first and foremost. So thank you, utmost respect for you, and thank you for being on the show. I can't wait to see the progress. It's going to be amazing. As far as just going into our country a little bit, we say this all the time, starts in your community. Love your brothers, love your neighbors. Try to spread as much love as you can, and try to stand up to what you're seeing out there. Don't turn the cheek. It's time for us to stop turning the cheek, because we've turned the cheek for so long that they pushed this agenda so far to put it as normalcy. You're not a victim. America is the best country in the world. It's okay to have pride. There is a problem on the border. Wake up. Just because it ain't your border, it will affect your border. I promise you. Like, share, do everything that you can to keep spreading our word, because we're going to keep doing the same things we always do. That's real talk, Texas style, and we're going to bring it. We're out there on multiple platforms now. You can just about look us up on anywhere, HTX Renegade Radio. We can't do it without you guys. We love you all. Like and share.
Yeah, it's hard to follow that sometimes, Alex. But if you want to try, we've got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. Go ahead and take it.
Yeah. I want to thank you, y'all, WO Entertainment, Renegade Radio, and thank you for all your support for the trail. JR says thank you as well. He had to get off here, I think. But I'm really happy to actually have the hammock named after both radio shows, WO Entertainment and HTX Renegade. So the WO Renegade will be one of the lightest hammocks in the world.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to take you out on the trail, and I'm hoping that all these nice, kind people, supportive people, join me out there for live updates. You know, do some cool music like West Virginia, you know, that one song. I forgot what it was now, but yeah.
Country Roads.
And, you know, yeah, Country Roads. And, you know, the whole cool thing about the country is just don't let these people get you down. If you country, stand up. I mean, the veterans are doing it. The Americans are doing it. The rednecks are doing it. The people that think they're larger than life in Texas are doing it. I mean, come on. Get up there. Get off your knees and do something.
Well put.
I think you said it great. We got 1 minute left. I'm going to close off with just reiterate what TDC said. You know, what you're doing is awesome. You and JR both are doing awesome. And I'm going to tell you, we hadn't done the hero of the week in a while. But I'm going to tell you, my hero of the week is going to be JR brother, Joe. This is to him for sure. This is to you and JR for your trek up the Appalachian Trail. What you are doing is some awesome stuff. You've been there, you've endured it. The cause that you're doing it for, you've been there and done that. You know what it's like, and you know that you can help somebody else by doing it, and I think that's phenomenal. You know, we live and we learn. Sometimes it's a hard journey, but I'm telling you, what you're doing is awesome, man. Totally awesome. You know, for the rest of the country, definitely keep in touch with us on the HTX Renegade Radio page, the WO Entertainment page, and the Bill of Rights page. Let's watch Alex and JR journey up the hill, and remember the Cash App is $AWCLARKE, and if you can help them with some trail magic, that'd be awesome on a resupply. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with us. I love seeing new faces coming in here and commenting and interacting with us. We totally love that. So to all you renegades and outlaws, love y'all.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Another great show.
I was wondering, I usually close the show off with the Star Spangled Banner, and I wonder if Carl can let me know if we're able to do that, if we're clear to do that. I'm not sure if
you forgot to mention Warrior Fest. But.
Oh, I did forget to mention. Sorry about that. Warrior Fest for everybody is going to be November 5th and 6th. I think, Alex, you're going to be maybe a part of Warrior Fest. I'm not sure yet, but I think we've kind of dabbled in that a little bit. So check it out. Go to WO Entertainment's Facebook page. Go to Bill of Rights Facebook page. Check it out. They put stuff, updates on Warrior Fest all the time. We mention it all the time. So definitely check it out and be a part of that. Carl, did he say anything? Carl, come back and say
He said that's good. He said yes. So
all right. So
we can salute with our national anthem. It's a nice finish to the show for sure.
Let me give me a chance to set it up, because I thought we were running a little behind time. Get this thing done, but definitely go share out all of our stuff with YouTube and Facebook. You know, share it to your friends, your family. You know, like-minded people. We care about this country. It doesn't matter if, you know, we say we're conservative outlaws, but you know, we try to be informative of what we do. So definitely share it out there. Some people, we have people that listen to us and say, never looked at it from that angle before. So definitely check it out. And
morals
share
and
it
values,
around.
guys. Morals and values.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. Hey, next Thursday, 7 to 9, same place. We're going to bring it again. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I
Always
won't
is.
update you guys until like the next Thursday, probably. Or maybe even before that. I'm going to try to do it in the Hiawassee or Mountain Outfitters.
Perfect. How we looking, Simple Man? We got that
getting,
national anthem set up.
We're getting there. Sorry for the delays, guys. Yeah. We are there. Give me 1 second. It's going to try to start up on.
You've already got some fans supporting you, Alex. So that's really cool. And next week, when it's not spring break and so many people aren't out and about, it's going to get better. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah.
It's thinking.
All right, guys. It's thinking.
It's thinking about it. So
coming to you live.
Man. This is live. That's what I'm going to love about the updates from Alex, man. Everything's going to be live.
It's like Mickey. There's a hamster in there, but the wheel's turning, but the hamster's dead.
All right. Hey, mute your mic. Stop your cams. All you renegades and outlaws, we love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. All you gunslingers, we damn sure appreciate the interaction and love y'all to death. Alex, we'll be talking to you again soon, brother. Hopefully we talk to you before you leave, man.
Yep.
All right, here we go.